Hi Gemini, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. Today we have your own love reading. This is going to be what are their true intentions in love. Might be your true intentions too, right? And yeah, I hope you guys are all well. And so Gemini, we have these oracle cards here, and today we're using a different deck, and and this is it's based on the traditional deck, but has a little bit of a twist to it. I would say it definitely does. We see the King of Wands, and he's kind of hunching over here, right? How dare he hunch over? Sit up straight, like your mom used to always say, right? Stand up straight. At least that's what my mom used to say, right? And we have the fairies here. We have the shaman or the shaman, depending, right? My friend asked me, do you believe in the shaman? I said, yeah, he's from Peru, right? And he said, I don't. Well, I felt like saying it's kind of like you're lost. But I didn't really say that to him, right? And then we have the oldest fairy. And, the shaman is somebody who is like a teacher, right? Of course, right? He is like kind of a divine master and able to tell you, to share his wisdom with you. Sometimes able to tell you what may happen, make predictions and things like that. And so he is very ascended. Yeah, he is. And so the oldest fairy is here. And this talks about it's about timelessness. And I feel like Gemini, you could be realizing here that time's not really that important. I feel like what you're understanding here is that how you spend your time is more important. Yeah. And so, and I feel like you probably want to reconcile with somebody here. We have the wagon wheel. It's based on a song wrote by the Old Crow Medicine Show, and then Hootie and the Blowfish redid it, right? Darius Rucker was his name, right? It's a great singer out of, I don't know, Tennessee, somewhere in the South, right? But this is a reconciliation, and then we have the church window. Now, you could be saying, I've been going to church a lot, right? I mean, sometimes these are just literal, but this talks about like a marriage. I feel like you want to be with somebody, and it might not be this person down here. It might not be either, or it's possible that you are just going through a major transformation. You're realizing that you're not just, some bones and muscles kind of walking around, in a physical suit. You're realizing that you are kind of like a fairy or a shaman. Yeah, something like that, right? Or an angel. Yeah, I feel like you are like kind of hip to that, right? At least as of this reading, you look like you're going through some type of a transformation or an awakening. Now, it's possible you're dealing with a water sign. You could be dealing with just anybody, really. I mean, it has, a little kind of uh, little weight here. It does, whoever you're dealing with. But we have the King of Cups and the Moon here. And so this is your energy. And I feel like you have doubts, and you're trying to figure your life out or something. You're trying to figure out this situation maybe with this person. Yeah, and I feel like you kind of feel like you are in the dark, partially because you may be going through an awakening, right? And so you are kind of being lifted and ascending, which is sometimes feels disturbing, right? And confusing. But at the end of it all, you will, be a little bit of a shaman yourself. I feel like that's true. Now, in your challenge, you have the Death card, and you have the Tower both. So the Tower talks about, learning a karmic lesson, and that something has to fall, especially, or end, especially with the Death card, right? And I feel like you are, as I said, the Death card is a transformation, right? It's not always just, wow, this is over. Oh, shit, right? Blippity blip, right? It's not always like that. It's just an ending that I feel like with the Death card and the Tower, there's something that needs to end here. Yeah, and you have the King of Wands showing up over here. Let's have a look at that King of Wands, because as I said, he's not he's not acting like any king. He's slumped over here, right? And so usually they'll say, "Stop the camera! Don't take a picture of me like that." I mean, that's what these liars that are doing, with their constant deception every day, right? This is how you gain control with deception. Right. I think somebody said to me the other day, why do you care if they lie? I feel like saying because they're trying to take us into this great reset and steal our wealth. Yeah, they are, or steal our stability. You could be saying, I don't have any wealth. Well, steal your stability and make you poorer. That's what they're trying to do. But let's go back to the King of Wands here, who is, getting ready to fall out of the throne here, Gemini. He is, right? We have to help him. Let's see what it says here, because it's showing up in your spread, right? Let's see what it says here for the King of Wands. And here he is, and the King of Wands saw the sprout from the wand, and he is now going to put the thought of planting it on the ground into action. Yeah, so you're thinking of planting something with somebody. I said this at the beginning of the reading, that you look like you're about a reconciliation over here. You also could be feeling you are trying to reconcile with your true self. Yeah, you might be saying, for some of you guys, you know what, I've changed and I want to get back to who I really was. And so, like, to the original or the authentic Gemini. Yeah. And so, planting a tree is not a simple task for him because he has not done any hard work. In addition, he does not even stand up from the throne and just tapping the ground theoretically. This is from China, right? So I got to deal with the grammar, with the poor grammar here, right? Maybe he did not want to step down from the throne for just a little while. He will realize himself to be weak in practical performances. Okay, so he wants to step down from the throne. Yeah, a little bit. He will realize himself to be weak. Okay, it will be hard to plant the wand in his way, no matter how hard he tries. He's in need of help from someone who is very wise and full of knowledge and power of execution. Yeah, and so this is why you are like kind of seeking some knowledge here about this. I feel like this is not only within, but maybe there's somebody that you feel like is very intelligent here. Or maybe I should just say wise, right? Yeah, because sometimes the oldest fairy and the shaman also talk about wisdom. There's somebody here that you feel like is kind of, who might be older or wiser or, something like that. You feel like somebody here is, I feel like you feel like somebody here is wise and kind, both. And there's something that you want to like put an end to. And it could be a relationship, but it could be maybe the way you think or just, some other type of ending, right? Because you're doubting yourself right here with this King of Wands, right? He's having a hard time planting. And, if you're the king, he's having a hard time planting. That's a real problem, right? And we see that every day here on the stage, the world stage, right, with these people. And so this is why they manipulate, because partially because they are incompetent, but also evil. Yeah, they are, you guys. But let's see what else we have here. Let's stay with this and the fairy and the shaman, because it sounds, it does sound very like kind of fairy tale-ish, right? And I feel like there's somebody here, Gemini, who is like kind of that way for you. And there's somebody else here who, I don't know if they're controlling or something, but they're kind of like not offering you something, or they have something that you're not into, I should say, maybe. And judgment is here. This is your doubts, could be your fear, but I feel like it's more of I feel like this is really what you want to do. And I feel like it is showing up here next to the king, who doesn't have a lot of power, because you're doubting your power here. But, no need to doubt, Gemini, because you're going through a transformation. And at the end of it, you're going to be wiser and stronger. All right? Yeah, keep eating your spinach. Although they said Popeye was somebody bad. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous, right? Because they're trying to act like they're virtuous. If you're watching this stuff, it's a freaking clown show. It is. So, because they have said everything is that is good is bad, and everything is bad is good. They were even mocking Jesus Christ in a rap song just a week ago. Okay, I mean, it gets pretty low when you start mocking Jesus Christ. It does. So, let's get back to this. And we see these people walking, Gemini, in the judgment card. And this is the different judgment. There's 2 judgments in this deck, and there's 2 majors in this deck. And so, long story short, these people have risen from the dead. They used to be in these coffins. They did. And so they have risen up here, and they got some clothes right away, Gemini. I don't know how they did that, right? They did it real quick here. But, they're walking away here, and this is, I feel like what you want to do is kind of say goodbye to somebody or something. I don't know what it is exactly. And never look back. And that's what they're doing, and that's what that card's about. But you're doubting your power. Don't doubt your power, Gemini. Just go listen to The Power of the Subconscious. It's an audio book, and it's excellent. It is. It helps you like fight your fears, and it's written by a psychologist with a kind heart. Yeah, not by one of these the people who are running the show. One of these state psychologists that are really meant to keep you down and come out and mind screw you. Yeah, don't let them talk to your kids. Hell no. So let's see what else we have. But Gemini, you're going to be okay. This is just kind of showing your doubts and stuff. But the thing about this reading that I like, though, is that you can pull yourself up. And the reading is saying that with the shaman and the oldest fairy. Yeah, it's telling you that you can actually do this if you want. And you can turn your back on whatever this is and never look back. It's like, screw you guys, right? Yeah, hell no. Bye. So we have the Strength card down here with the Judgment card. This is the traditional Judgment card. And, this is for your person, right? We're talking about their energy here. And let's look at the shared energy, though, because I did pull a card here for that. We have the Emperor. And, he's standing up from his throne. This is the untraditional or unconventional, I should say, Emperor. And, he usually is taking control of his empire. Like, he doesn't care what anybody says, what anybody else does. He does what's right for him, right? And that's what everybody should do. Well, they sure should, and don't worry about other people. If you need to help somebody, that's fine, but I feel like you understand what I mean. For your own journey is most important here. And the Emperor is crossing his arms, and he looks real stubborn here. So let's have a look at what that's about, because this is a shared energy. So he looks like he's hella stubborn here. With the Emperor, who rose up from the throne, is crossing his arms and staring at the opponent in front of him. He looks disapproved. Well, as I said, somebody else, somebody who, from another country wrote these, right? He looks kind of, he has a look of disapproval on his face, but his eyes are wild to keep an eye on the situation. All right. So, you both are like, I feel like you're the one who doesn't approve of maybe this relationship or this career or something, and your person is not approving of probably of maybe you transforming or you changing or maybe the way you're looking at the situation. Yeah, they don't, your person doesn't want you to ascend. That's how it looks here. And it says maybe it is unclear whether the situation will be a benefit or a loss to his empire. Okay, so, you're looking at a situation like, I don't know if I can really win in this situation, kind of. And your person is, I believe, looking at the situation like, I don't want Gemini to go win, kind of. I'm not really approving of this situation because it's making me nervous. I feel like your person here, like, you look like you are the one who's kind of the badass here, and they don't want you to, like, kind of improve or move forward. I feel like that's what it is. And so the opponent, the Emperor, has folded his arms to hide his real intention deeply because someone had approached him regarding a negotiation. Yeah, and this is in for you, Gemini, you have something that you want here. That's what I said. That's why you kind of want to turn your back on something here and never look back. That's how deep it is. But, and in the challenge is the Death card and the Tower. So you got to end something. But this is what you are doing here. And you are considering like negotiating a change for yourself. The opponent will also be a tough person. It's probably your person here. It could be a situation in which the Emperor was frightened. Or something he was worried about finally happened and had to be solved. Even if there are numerous retainers, like things may be holding you back, kind of, the great responsibility is felt because he should make the final decision alone. And this is what you know you should do this alone. And that's what this card talks about. Like, I want to turn my back and never look back. And you need to make this decision by yourself. Your person thinks that you're making some type of a decision, and they're worried about it. Yeah, they are. So let's see. And here they were trying to gain their courage here, and the strength card, and she doesn't have the lion's mouth open in this one, right? We're going to look at that in a minute. That could be your energy, though, but we're going to look in a minute. The judgment card here, this person knows that you want a rebirth or you want to make a decision, right, about something. And that's what you are kind of, I would say, maybe challenged with, right? And in the challenge for your person is temperance, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe your person thinks you want to heal a situation with a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. In the challenge for them could be money, possibly. Maybe they're kind of, stability that is being challenged, possibly. And they could be challenged by a Sagittarian. But your person thinks that you are kind of ascending and maybe healing yourself, possibly. And, you could be saying, I never got hurt, but it doesn't always have to be hurt for healing. It could be that you are ascending, as I have said, and healing your old self, like just getting better, kind of. That's what I mean by that, right? Being more aware of your own powers and your own ascension. And we have the World card. This is the typical World card. They're hoping you're going to leave this cycle behind, that you're going to kind of forget about whatever it is that you're trying to do here. Yeah, I feel like they are hoping that. And their fear is going to be the King of Pentacles. So, you might be there. Your person looks like they're afraid they might lose some stability here, but they could feel threatened by an earth sign because we have the Queen and the King. I also feel like your person might think that you have some type of a soulmate somewhere out there, and that could be disturbing them. Yeah, it could be. Let's look at this strength card here, and we're going to end the reading, right? Let's see what it says here about this strength card, because usually the lion's mouth is open. Let's see what it says. Oh, let's see what it says here. Okay, this is actually the original. It's just a little bit painted, a little bit different, but let's see what they say. The picture of this card means that the true power does not come from pressing the opponent by force, but from a merciful heart and soft charisma. Maybe this is what your person thought. But it would have taken a long time of patience and the will for her to gain this benevolent power. Wow, you can only become a person with the real power if you polish yourself after a period of waiting to overcome difficult times. Your person themselves possibly is going through a little bit of an awakening or a change here. But I feel like you have woken this person up, because they don't want you to take your full power, no, or your true power. No, they don't. The flowers are decorating the woman's head and waist, and they seem to represent the fact that her efforts have finally blossomed. On the other hand, the lion is unlikely to be domesticated forever. This is what your person's afraid of. Your person's afraid of that you're not going to stay domesticated forever. Kind of like you're not going to take your true power and be the real lion that you are. That's what they are afraid of. Yeah. We're going to end this reading, Gemini. But, clearly you are the one who's on top here. I mean, your cards are on top, but I don't really mean that. You're the one. And feel the transformation, Gemini. Go with it and learn from it. And ascend. Yeah. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me here. God bless you guys. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.